got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Design on.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington football team. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Let me feel myself a little bit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. After the run, Watson going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
He's brought down at
the safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56, 59. Check 56. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go, D. Hey, 59. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Watson now to throw. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Intended for
has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 37. From the gun, it's Haskins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Love, and he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 29. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, here's Love. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The 16-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They turn to Love on the handoff. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. He'll run it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Watson. Drops it underneath. Elliott. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A give to Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Buying time to his left. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Haskins.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll run with Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 1st carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Try the toss play to Love. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. On the carry, it's Love. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
A 21-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. From the 50, it's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. So don't say nothing. If you kill it, motion me out. Hey, 31!
To the air yet again, Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's second down.
2nd and 10.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
54 mark. Check. Block 54.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On the tackle.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the play. And the Washington first down.
This is Love. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
They go play action now. Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
First down.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
34-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff now for Love. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
McKissick,
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Down at the 30-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a first down throw. Watson dancing to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It leads to
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Watson flushed out right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
At the 7-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Cowboys 17. Washington 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Haskins back to the air. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Terry McLaurin.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. 31. Check, 53 is Mike. Check, 53 is Mike.
On first down, it's Watson. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Cowboys 24. Washington
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This time, Haskins will look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. First down, Washington.
Now Haskins on first down. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Play action. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Washington.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Mike 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry all the way now.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From midfield now, Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 40.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. The 30. Past the 20.
All you got to do is
and he
look it up.
takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Cowboys.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Right there, 54.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
It's second.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards.
9 yards. And a Washington first down.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Dallas, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on